One. Hello again. Welcome to another stream of Code with Italians, and we are very happy to have Florina back with us
Super.
today. Ciao,
Yeah,
Flo.
we have to finish what we started.
Yes. No stone left
Closure.
unturned. So, for those who missed the stream on Wednesday, with Flow, we were trying to replace our existing share preference with a much better looking, less hacky, and better typed data store implementation. We had some issues that prevented us from completing all in one go. But the problems were mostly with Gradle KTS and some minor issues with the build itself. And so Florina actually took one for the team and investigated what was going wrong, and something clearly trivial we missed while we were coding live. But
I still don't know actually what went wrong. So what I did, I
fine.
just took your main branch and then tried to add protobuf and DataStore dependencies to it, and it worked. So I have no idea what was wrong on Wednesday. I guess it's just the live
Yeah, but
coding gods weren't on our side.
we were too busy having fun.
Yeah. So maybe we can start by removing that module we created just to
Yeah.
make this work.
Okay, so just to have everyone know, this is the pull request that Florina was mentioning, where she did all those changes on master, and those seem to work. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do the only thing a reasonable person would do, which is copy paste everything until it works. So
approve.
we had created a protobufs module here, but I reckon we don't need it anymore. We can just have everything into the main.
I hope so.
Main module. So the first thing that you did was adding the protobuf plugin right after hilt. I don't know if the order matters, but just in case.
Yeah, I put it higher. I know last time we had somehow health was complaining. I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either, but let's see. Oh, okay, data store is there already, and now we need the protobuf.
So I also put in a gist. I put the how to configure Pro Data Store in a Gradle DSL. I'll just paste the gist in the chat.
Is that, do we need it now, or is it for our friends?
No. It's just for folks watching afterwards.
Nice.
And you need the import. I think that's what you are missing.
But I wanted to sync first, and while it was syncing, just get the import.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I can uncomment this one, and it should work. Yeah. Okay, optimize imports. Good. Okay.
And then did you remove the dependency?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay. So I'm going to do this.
Yeah, let's see if it works now.
And let's see if it works now. Well, I don't think we have used the protos yet, or have we? Yes, we have here.
Yeah, we have.
So what we need to do is we need to move the protobuf source set into our app. Not what I meant to do. Yep. So we are going to move the proto here into the application's main source set, and
So that proto folder is actually the folder where we define the settings of proto.
Yes, exactly.
Just for context.
You're right. Yeah. This is like, we only have one protobuffer definition file, which is this settings file here. And this pretty much maps the domain we had before. There was something else that I think Maya was suggesting during the last stream, was
for the list.
Yeah, to use the repeating.
Yeah, the repeated.
Yeah,
the repeated.
Maybe we can look into that if this works, because that would save us a lot of time.
I think for the proto time range, we will need the list, right?
For this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it has built now, and this. Okay.
Yeah.
It works.
It definitely built. So for me, a sign that the build worked or passed is that it compiles that the build. What do you have? Bundle preferences. What was the type we had there? We defined was found.
Bundle preferences.
Bundle preferences. Yeah, exactly. So when that one is found, it means everything was compiled successfully. And actually, just for curiosity, if you go into the bundle preferences in the implementation. So actually, this is the file that gets generated by Proto. So it pretty much contains everything that we define in the Proto file, but as Java code.
Yeah, so there's a
Stuff that we don't need to care about.
A lot of things that it generates for you.
Yeah, that's
okay. So I would say let me actually remove this module because we don't need it.
Yes. Delete.
You really hate
it. No, but I mean, I think it's a sign of ingenuity, right? I mean, we had a problem, we found a solution. So now we found a better solution. We get rid of the legacy stuff. So that's still good.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not very used to the Android Studio Gradle thing because in IntelliJ there's a plus and minus button here you can use to unload a module, but I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, which is to go here and remove this line.
I mean, let's be honest, it's not an action that you do often. Or I hope it's not an action you do often.
So. Well, I do. Sorry. I add and remove modules all day. Well, mostly when testing packet search. So that might be a niche use case. Okay, so long second module.
Can we say hi to the folks that are on the live stream?
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Actually, that's a good point. I haven't said hi to anyone. So
yeah, we just jumped into coding.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get nerdier than that. How about some, being like normal people? Hello, everybody. Just make some interaction with the audience because we are streaming for, other people. It's just me, you, and Florina just giving shit to Android Studio.
We get excited.
Yeah, I know. But jokes aside, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Florina. Sebastiano, you are like a resident, so I mean, yeah, whatever. But welcome back to you as well. So I'm super excited. Mark Ellison is always in the chat, waiting for beer o'clock.
Can you troll Florina, please?
Hey!
Instead of trolling me for once, come on. He's already started trolling me now.
I like what Mark is saying with delete-driven development. I think this is exactly what we're trying to do with DataStore. It's deleting share preferences. So yes, I like delete-driven development. It's DDD, right?
I also wanted
sort of.
I also wanted to remind everyone how nice it feels when you have a pull request that has like +2 -5,000. It's like, oh yes.
Yes, that's also nice.
So we have other people that we need to say hi to. So hi, the Apache 64. Hi, Torres Vega.
Welcome.
Vega. My glasses aren't good enough. And Mark, again, stop trolling me, please. I will call the cyber trolling police, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
He's from Mom.
She's. So welcome to the new followers, people chatting for the first time. Let's celebrate audience that interact with us and is also not trolling us. So everybody but Mark. Thank you. Hello, everybody. So I'm super grateful to Florina because there was a huge success for the previous episode. People were super excited. We got followers, people interacted with us. We had subscribers. So the topic and the guest unfortunately for me and Sebastiano, because now we are gonna try to have you so often that you will hate us.
I think that's impossible.
I
Yeah,
cannot hate
well,
Florina. It's impossible. It's physically impossible.
yeah.
And Sebastiano knows that I can be easily bought with Italian food.
Yeah.
So.
So this is very, very. It's great to have you back to complete the task. So I'm very excited.
Me too. Me too.
And also, I have a couple of questions about DataStore that I'm gonna keep like for later, because they are like a niche kind of questions. So because something popped up this week at work, so now I'm leveraging my position. So
Sure,
this is what you do. This is what you do. You just go to the source, like the stream source. So yeah. Oh, this is probably the thing that I pasted in the chat. There was I searched for repeated, and I ended up on the proto documentation. There is a section about enumeration and probably lists and something like that. We could.
Well.
Yeah, I think that's the one we want, right?
Yeah, looks like it. We're just put repeated in front of the field, and that's enough.
What does the pact mean?
Get more efficient encoding. I'm all for it.
All
sure.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just gonna copy paste that.
It should be the default.
Well, probably it's because of binary compatibility or something like that they've added it, and they're like, well, you have to opt in, which boring.
Could you do the thing where we have the time range schedule on one side and the proto on the other side, so we can see what we're aiming for?
Thanks, Mark, for the sub. And I managed to make the thing appear on the stream. I hope you like the blob. I love the blob.
Nice. Thank you.
Blobbling. Someone is gonna clip that, I'm sure. Okay, so move right, and then we have this, right? You wanted the original one?
No, the time range schedule.
Oh, time range schedule.
I want the time range schedule and the settings proto.
And the settings.proto. Yep, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, because we have the pro time range, and then that one we have to create the time ranges schedule, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Well, we have to create this essentially, this list, and then we transform into.
Then let's do that.
Yeah, because it does some validation when you put the data in. So.
Perfect. Then let's just the list.
I like your call to action in the chat even. Be like Mark.
Yeah, thank you.
But don't be like Mark.
Be
on
like,
the trolling,
it's like
please.
like the meme, right? Bill is a nice person. Be like Bill, that kind of stuff. So be like Mark is a supporter. Be like Mark. But jokes aside, for the new.
Yeah, yes. that blob is an NFT, and it's Mark's sole possession.
Yeah. Jokes aside, thank you for the subscription. Everybody, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can subscribe for free to one Twitch channel every month. And if it's our channel, we are very happy with that. So you can follow the link, and there is like a couple of steps to just connect your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and then you will see a new button on the channel main screen where you can subscribe with Prime, and it's free for you, and it supports the channel. So
I don't think you can do that. Sorry, Seb. I'm not sure whether
the order?
Will it allow it. Have the message after. Yeah.
Maybe I can YOLO
Actually,
it
let's
up
try
there.
it out. Yeah, let's try it out and see. But I think it can be inside the bundle preferences. It doesn't need to be outside.
For repeated primitive fields. Okay, no pact.
Oh,
Bye.
No pact.
Oh.
Cool.
I know.
Yeah, and then do we put the pro time range outside or inside the bundle preferences?
Put it.
Does it matter? Do you use it somewhere else?
This one. I only used it in there, so let's see if I can put it at the end.
Okay.
Mostly because you have to number the fields, and it's
Yeah,
easier to see if you if you're missing out something, if you're not interrupted. But it seems to be okay with it. So
Okay, cool, awesome.
okay, good.
Yes.
This is all we needed to create the time ranges schedule, so that's good. This is unused, Flo. I promised that we would delete this today.
But we can't delete it now, right?
Well, this is
it's
used.
The goal
this
for...
is not used.
It's unused
Yeah,
completely.
yeah.
Yes,
Do you
please.
want to shout Alt delete and I will delete it for you?
Let's take the DDD approach and delete it.
Bye.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm actually going to commit
much
that
better.
especially for you, Flo. This is the one thing. Okay, that seems like we have achieved progress already just by deleting that file.
And imagine also having tests for that file that now you could have deleted.
Did I?
No.
I think I did.
I don't think
probably
so.
do.
But if it wasn't used...
Yeah, you're right. I think I had tests for the other serializer, but this one was like, well, we're gonna dump it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think it's the one that I persuaded you to actually not test in the light of we are gonna just kill it in 2 weeks.
I'm sorry, I was trying to be strict with my testing regime.
No, actually, it was a good thing. It's a good habit. And by the way, the TDD episode is one of our most viewed episodes.
I was very surprised by that.
Yeah, I was surprised as well. I mean, it resonated with the community at some level, I suppose. I was, super afraid that it was gonna be like a slow episode, because we mostly talk about Compose, but we are also building an app, like a real app. Like, we need also things that are behind the scene. And actually, instead, I was very surprised that the reception, the TDD episode was like super, super high. So that's cool.
So, speaking of our list of time ranges, well, the repeating, so it does get you a list, which is great.
Awesome.
But also gives you this time ranges or builder list. That's peculiar. I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure either.
Hey, Max, thank you for following us.
Should we just use the list and then see?
I was just curious.
Where
this is actually row list, and this is return the time range schedule.
You know what would be really useful? So I realize you're using so many shortcuts. Maybe for future streams, you can have that extension that shows what shortcuts you're using. Because I'm really bad with shortcuts. I'm the person. Yeah, it is showing where?
At the bottom.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Just tiny.
Yeah, maybe I can make the text
just
bigger.
Tiny. Yeah, I think it's just tiny.
Tiny is a relative thing, but everything is big in this stream. So let's make it bigger.
Okay, yeah, probably because I'm just watching your
Bye, Tracks.
Ciao, enjoy your afternoon.
See you on YouTube. Bye.
Morning.
See you. What have I fucked up here?
Because it's not right. It's the constructor.
Yeah. This is the proto thing, and this one wants
it's using the wrong
actual
type.
one. So we need to transform. We need to map it because this does validation. But it is trivial. It's just like map. And then this is time range of it dot from it dot IoT dot to. Okay. What is this? Oh yeah, this is the long, so it needs to become a local time. How is it? How do you create it from? I never remember you created. I think it was just from, but I'm not sure. It is not.
I don't know. It's like, what do you need? What do you need?
I need to create the local time from the timestamp. Because these ones are the
From I
from
think
seconds or
I think
something.
parse. It could have a
It has a
probably
parse, but it's just for
parse.
strings.
Ah,
No, I need to create
well, I
it
mean,
from
probably you need an instant because
yeah,
instant can be
probably instant.
I think from the epoch thing, you can get
Of epoch
yeah
mid with
of
there it is.
yeah
Okay, that works.
a bit of
I think it would be worth to maybe
How maybe we can create an extension function on local time.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
that's a good idea.
for make it a bit nicer.
Yeah.
Well, it's off epoch millis, and this is millis, which is a long,
Mhm.
and this is, well, this.
Yeah. No, millis, not this millis.
No, but yeah, this
the parameter.
This cannot be an extension
not...
function. This would be long dot to local time.
Yeah. Because you want to use that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then this is fine.
Yeah.
So I can do it dot from dot to local time and it dot to local time. Okay. One thing that goes for me when it comes to extension functions in general is to have the smallest scope you can have. Because if you have this, like if you start creating a library of extension functions and someone gets into looking into the code base, especially for this is a public code base, and there's like 1500 extension functions, all of them being public or internal, and they're all dumped into a single file. Nobody will ever find them out. So that's my personal suggestion is to try and make it nice, essentially. Try to keep the code as readable as possible, and the way to do it for me is keeping the extension functions as small as possible. Obviously, if you start using them in a bunch of places, then it might make sense, but don't make them public by default.
You need to be, I agree, you need to be careful because especially when you deal with this, primitive data, and then you start put any random extension function on string and long, it pollutes the namespace very quickly. If you have like a module and you make them internal, you probably just can work out to have like a broader scope inside the module. But if you have like project-wise extension on long that is called to whatever, and then every time I have a long that doesn't mean that, then I have a to whatever. So that's
then we have a problem.
Yeah, you probably you start building a habit to ignore that function because you are using it so not often. So but that defeats the purpose because then your brain is just filtering out things that when you need you don't see anymore.
I was wondering if the schedule has a way to expose the list itself. I think it should, but I don't. Maybe it doesn't, because we will need to. Oh yeah, it does. There you go. Because we need the list to serialize it again back to a proto. So what we can do is, well, proto time ranges is our schedule dot time ranges dot map, and we need to create the proto time range from them.
Exactly.
Proto time range. Why is there two?
Oh, because probably you still have or
Well, rebuild. In the meantime, that should be fine. Oh, this needs to be, it wants the builder, right? Yeah, I know. It doesn't have a companion object. It's fine. New builder. And I need to do from, the set from is it.from. And then I need to do the same thing. Oh, yeah.
You need to transform it into long.
Yeah, I think I need to.
You need the opposite
Yeah.
of what you did with the local time, right?
Yep. So let's for now just finish this, and then we are going to fix it. Do. So I don't know. I don't think there's a millis, but I think you can do it again with instant. So I think it's probably instant dot from it dot from, and then that is to epoch milli. Okay.
Cool.
We can create an extension function for that as well, but I'm not sure it's worth it.
As you want, yeah.
It's fairly straightforward. Okay, there's one thing we haven't done yet, which is well, first of all, we need to set the time ranges. So add all time ranges, I guess.
Does adds them to the other ones, or is it?
I'm not sure.
Because I saw a put.
Yeah.
I saw a put there,
set.
right
There's
under
set.
add.
Let's do that.
Oh, cool.
Oh wait, no, this is just one though.
There was a put. I wonder what it was the difference.
But this is for the.
Not that one.
Let me see. Put. All scheduled days.
Oh, that was the map.
It's for the map.
Okay.
So is there a set time ranges? This is all of them. But what I can do is I can do clear time ranges and add all time ranges.
Yeah.
That should work.
Yeah.
And this is proto time ranges. What is this complaining about? Oh, I forgot the dot build. Okay.
Nice.
Fine. We still have to do the default stuff.
Yeah, because we haven't finished doing all of the fields. Can you format the file? Sorry, it was bothering me that the
You
build
are
was
absolutely
misaligned.
right. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I was also twitching. You know, my eye was twitching, and I was like, "Ivan, be a nice person. Don't stress Sebastiano." So
It's okay. I'll do that.
Oh no.
Thank you. I appreciate. So I'm not. It's not me that I'm always the bad guy. You know, the bad cop kind of thing.
If there's anything specific that you think I should be stressing him more, just DM me and then
Oh no.
we'll arrange
It's
that.
happening.
Please, no.
Hey Maya. Welcome.
Hello.
And hello Diane as well, because we missed you earlier. So hello to both of you. Maya, what you missed is that we used what you suggested last time. So we added repeated there, and we are now using that. So thank you again for your suggestion. Very, very useful. And yeah, I'm just cleaning up the code a bit now.
Thank you.
Okay. I think,
Now use it.
well, that is probably a good idea. No, yes, behave, computer. Do my bidding, for I command you with my sausage fingers. Okay.
Okay. And then we had some booleans there, right? I think onboarding or some other stuff that we haven't
This
set.
one's okay. So I guess the basic idea is always the same. So we get this for the getter. Is Mark complaining someone is stealing his job? Yeah, he is.
Hey, Omar, we can share that. The more the merrier, right?
Screw you guys.
I don't think it's Pretty sure that it can be a two people job.
I mean, it can be a many people job, to be honest, but
And like a team
yeah, team
teamwork.
effort, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Is onboarding.
yeah, but I have copy pasted the wrong thing because
Was
that was
just a
the flow.
set.
I need to do this.
Yeah, this is.
The problem is that you're returning a boolean there.
Yeah, we'll
And it should
change,
be
like we'll
a
get this to work
flow.
and then we'll change it to be a flow. Shouldn't take too much time. I mean, we have one already, but I want to see it run.
Yes. Then you'll need to do a first or something. Right?
Line 25, you need to change the is Crashlytics to is onboarding.
Where?
52.
52. Oh, yeah. I was trying to get there. Okay, good.
Okay.
I think we
Yeah,
are
I'm actually with
done.
Mark here, and I expect that if you start bullying and commanding the computer, Android Studio is gonna start deleting files. So I will probably ask you to not do that.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Fine. One thing that I was thinking is that, well, we'll see how that goes, but I think we need to use this
Yeah. Can you show us how you are using it in preference storage?
Yes, absolutely. So,
Maybe can we keep the preference storage and the DataStore preference storage side by side rather than the proto? Because I don't think we need the proto anymore.
what do you mean? Sorry. Oh,
Side by
putting
side,
that.
like one next to the other, right? Because
Yep.
we want to replicate the behavior.
So it was very simply, if the string we get is, for example,
the default.
is null, then we serialize the defaults and then we get the.
Yeah, I guess because we were using it in the onboarding, so first time that you run the app, there is nothing there. So that was the reasoning behind.
Yeah, but I guess.
And I wonder, I mean.
Yeah, the basic idea here would be if the get schedule active days, like this one, I think, I'm not sure because it generates Java, so I'm not sure about the typing, but it is non-null. It says non-null. So it's going to be an empty map, worst case scenario. But I think what we need to do is if the map is empty, so something like take if it is not empty, otherwise return the default day schedule. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Wait, and default day schedule is a map already?
Yeah, it's already the right.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
It's the old one, right?
Yeah.
And then the same for
I've copy pasted them from here so that it's exactly the same thing. And I guess here is gonna be the same thing where.
But for the row list,
yeah,
right?
it's just the row list is the list of time ranges. So I think it's better instead of doing the take if here, which is weird because then like you have created the schedule with a list, and I think this is gonna error out if it's empty. Yeah. So we need to, instead of putting the check here, we need to put it on the list. So we always create something that is that makes sense. So here this would be take if. Take if is pure love, by the way. It's so nice because for this stuff is very, very helpful. And then you do default hour schedule dot time ranges. There you go. So what this does is it creates a default, like an empty instance of the time ranges schedule, and then we use the default time ranges for that. So it's essentially like creating a default time range, but it makes this part of the code a bit easier. I don't know. It's probably okay.
So what's that hours schedule serializer?
The schedule serializer.
Hours.
This one, right?
Do we still need these
the
ones?
proto one? Wait, no, this isn't. No, it's used only in the tests, I think. and in the we need to delete
Okay.
this
Awesome.
ones first.
So we'll be able
Yeah.
to
And then we can delete the
clean up
test
some
for
more
this as
stuff.
well. I'll just leave it open.
Oh my god.
Delete everything. Delete
Okay,
everything.
cool.
Woohoo!
Let's see, are we missing anything in DataStore preference storage?
I think we are
Was there
fine.
anything we didn't implement?
I think we're fine. The only thing that we might want to do later is to convert these to flows, but one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Cool.
should
we now tell Hilt to
Yep.
inject the DataStore preference storage?
And this takes in the data store, right? So we need to inject the data store.
Yeah, exactly.
So do we provide that? I think it makes sense to provide it.
Yeah, let me look at how we're creating it. Yeah, so actually this is another interesting part. So DataStore wants to make sure that you only have one instance per application of a specific data store. So you can have multiple data stores, but you shouldn't have multiple instances of the same data store. Mm-hmm. So there's a builder, there's a delegate that's created based on the context. There's a by data store function to allow you to create the data store object. So let me see how we did this in IOSCAD actually.
You want me to pull up the code here for everyone?
I'm looking for.
Is it public?
Yeah, yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. True story.
Oh, hello, Zé. Any idea where I should be looking?
Let me see. Oh, I can't find it. Do I have the latest version of DataStore? In a storage preference storage module.
Oh, I see a known face again here.
Yeah. So
but look at the name of the commit. It was pretty. If you scroll up, there is the commit moving. Yeah.
Oh,
we know.
Where have we seen this before?
But
yeah,
so
this one looks like a pattern.
This one is using preference DataStore. What we are using is DataStore. It's Proto DataStore, so you wouldn't be copy pasting it completely. But it's the same idea, right? So what I have here is a storage module where I'm creating an extension a parameter on context called DataStore, and I'm using by DataStore delegate. So preferences DataStore is for preferences DataStore, and then just DataStore is going to be for Proto DataStore.
Okay, so I need to take this but change it slightly to make it work for
us. Yeah, then let's talk about the migration from shared preferences, because that's also going to be an interesting story.
So migrations, let's see if this is, so produce migrations is there. Does it need, it needs a file name.
Yeah, the file name is just something like something that ends in PB maybe. Oh, yeah.
And it needs a serializer as well.
Yeah, which is the serializer we created.
This one?
Bundle preferences serializer?
Right. So we haven't created it, I think.
We didn't. I thought we did. We did create a serializer.
Yeah, but I think it was this one. No, wait, no.
No. It was something that was for.
There was something else.
Did we call it differently? Let me check what we've done in.
Did I delete it? Oh, maybe it was in the other module and I deleted it.
Let me see. I'm looking at your commit.
It's okay. I haven't pushed it yet, so Local history, hello.
History for the
So,
rest.
Oh yeah, it was in the other module. I can see it in your commit history.
there you go. Build config. No, this is all stuff I don't care about, so I don't need the build folder. Retest. Java.
No. It was in
there.
bundle storage, bundle preference serializer. Actually, I'll put it on the chat. I'm not sure if we're looking right.
Yeah, it might be that I'm just looking at the wrong thing.
I just put the link to this file in the comment because it's not there. It should be just a Kotlin file.
Yeah, okay. So let me try. It's a pain to copy paste things from the Twitch chat. Okay, this one, why did it disappear? I don't know. Anyway, this one, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, let me, well, I don't need this anymore. I can put it here. I can close this and I guess I can put it in the preferences for now.
Yeah, wherever you have the data store stuff defined.
Yes, that's a good point. Where is this? In storage. Why is it in storage? I don't know. Don't ask me.
But it should be in storage. If I look in the git commit, it was in the same bundle storage.
Yeah, but I think like it's a bit confusing because we have preferences and storage, and probably this preferences stuff should be in preferences, but I'll move it around. It's not a big deal. Yep.
Naming is hard.
Prefer to store things differently. Okay.
Okay. Corruption handler.
So see, we have a serializer. I remember that we had a serializer. See?
Yeah.
Your memory is better than mine.
Yeah, kinda.
I will agree with that.
Cool.
Yeah, I will just comment this out for now.
We can.
Or
just to see that let's see that it works. But don't run the app. I think we should talk about migrations before.
Okay. Womp 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 womp.
Preference storage.
Did anyone say rebuild?
Rebuild.
Healed. Injected. Is missing something.
Wait, killed is complaining about. Oh yes, right. That's correct. It's wrong. This is at application
context. Yeah, the context.
Context, and this is context dot yeah.
Yeah. No, that was good. I think you're deleting too much.
It was just the dependency. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
First try.
Boom. You haven't seen anything. It worked on the first attempt.
First try.
Okay, let's see if this builds. But you said you wanted to wait.
Yeah. So what do we want, right? We want to be able to migrate from share preferences to DataStore, but chances are you want to keep all of the data that's already in share preferences, right? You don't want to completely. I don't know. Your app users already set some preferences there. So this means that those preferences should be kept while migrating to DataStore.
Yeah, right.
So to do that, we would create a share preferences migration. So if you would be using the preferences data store, that's just a key value pair kind of stuff that's similar to share preferences. We would only have to create a new share preferences migration and that's it. But this isn't the case for us, right? Because right now, data store can't know how are you going from a key value pair stuff to objects. So it will need some help.
Okay.
Call it
Yeah.
like
So
this.
we need to provide it like a migration strategy, basically.
Exactly.
Some
Exactly.
sort of-
Okay, and I guess this goes with bundle preference migration, which will
And-
need to be something specific, I imagine,
Yeah. Share preference migration. That's the class.
of bundle preferences, I guess. Right,
Probably.
it's the
Yeah.
destination.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think you can make it
And
even easier and try to do this in the application module, but let's try it here.
yeah, we can move it later.
Mhm.
Are you sure this is?
Yeah, so how I used it before, you would have a list of that share preferences migration object, and in the constructor you get the migrate function, migrate suspend parameter that you need to implement actually.
Just 1 second. Thank you very much to Special Tactics for subbing for 2 months. Nice. Okay, so you said having something in the constructor, right?
Yeah. So for example, if you let's go back to the application module.
Yep.
And then instead of doing a bundle preferences migration, just do a share preferences migration.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there and the parameters put context, not add in the type, just in as parameters. You have the context.
Yep.
Yeah, then you have the actual name of the share preferences file.
You need to check.
Share
You
preferences.
need to check. Yeah, I need to check on the other side because I can't remember the name.
I think we were just using the default, but let me double check just to be sure.
No, I don't. No, I think
You usually
I
have
picked
a
something.
name.
Yeah.
No,
it's
yeah,
called
I
the
picked a name.
preferences.
Yeah. So that's
Florina was
preferences.
right all along.
And then let's implement the function,
Okay.
the last parameter.
So, okay, outside of this, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you get two parameters. One is a share preferences view and the current data. Yeah, let's put them typed there. Let's add them names because it's going to be easier. And that's current data. I don't know, like bundle preferences. Okay.
And I think this is a suspend function.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's actually very nice.
Yeah,
it's actually very nice.
Okay.
So what do you get here? So in the share preferences view, you get the current snapshot of what you have in share preferences, and then in bundle preferences, you get what was saved now. So the share preferences migration is going to be run every time you're starting the application in our case. So we somehow need a way to know whether we migrate it or not, because we don't want, every time the user starts the app to try to do the same migration. Imagine that, I don't know, you set the onboarding flag, I don't know, it's false in share preferences, and then you migrate it, but then the user somehow set it to true, and then you migrate it again, but then, yeah. So one way to do this is to add another, in the product file, to add another flag that says migrated, like a Boolean flag.
Okay, yeah.
That by default is false, and we set it to true.
So we put it here? Well, at the bottom, probably.
Maybe at the bottom, yeah, because it's not really, it's part of what we want, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, and then can you check in Proto what's the default value and whether we can set a default value?
For
Booleans? Yeah. I expect it's false, but let's double check.
I would expect that, but you never know. Do I still have that open? No, I don't. Okay. Okay, let's see. Default values for bools. The default is false.
Okay, cool. That's good. I think it's always good to. I expect that, but let's wanted to make sure
that's a good point.
Okay. Cool. Now let's go back to the application module. So Now, what we need to return is something like, okay, check if we're migrated. If we're migrated, we just return the bundle preferences. If we're not, we'll have a little bit more work to do. So let's do this happy path first.
Bundle pref. Oh yeah, I need to build.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so
and I will just
that's
return.
actually.
So it's happy. The compiler is happy.
So you get it for free? The is migrated has migrated?
No, so that's the part you'll have to add it, because by default DataStore can't know whether you've migrated or not, so you need to tell it somehow. I think it depends on what kind of data you save inside. If you're using, for example, in one of the collabs, I was using an enum, and then I had an undefined value for an enum, which is, if you look at the enums we try to define, it could start from 0, so only Monday would be 1 or something like that. So I would use that enum to know whether, okay, is that value actually set or not? But I find this like having another flag cleaner than than just relying on some data that would change.
Yeah, definitely as a DDD and not the delete one, the domain one person.
Are we maybe overloading our terms, do you think?
Yeah, that's yeah, probably. But I like the fact that, you are representing one thing with its own like specific name instead of being smart, and then you put the struggle on the next developer that joins the team, and then they change a boolean and everything breaks, and like this is unrelated. So I like the fact that specific flags.
Yeah,
and
so
we
here
put it in the product.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do manually everything to build there. Only the objects that aren't booleans in our case, I think. So only the actual objects.
Okay, so you would say we don't need to migrate these fields here.
I think not. I think those should be automatically migrated, but then the schedule days and the time ranges and the is migrated. Yeah.
And then we need to set this, yeah.
Exactly.
So let's do the set is migrated to true, so we don't forget. And now we need to, I would assume if we, well, let's clear anyway, just in case.
YOLO.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, so we need to create a list of time ranges. Now, unfortunately, we have deleted the deserializer for that stuff, so we need to rewrite that.
So we would still need it for the migration.
One iteration.
Yeah.
Until we decide that we don't need the migration anymore and we can just deprecate it and DDD the crap out of it. But I think for now...
that's true, because in the end you still have stuff in shared preferences.
But it's okay.
But I mean, I can give you deprecated annotation on the file. Come on, can we? Let's agree. Let's agree.
Yeah. That's a good idea, actually.
That's actually something that makes me very happy when I see the line. How is it in English?
Stroke through.
Strike through. Sebastian is the most English one of the couple, I would say.
So when I said that I would delete the file, I think we deleted manually the wrong one. Oops. So no need to recover anything. It's there already.
Oh, is it?
It's
okay.
there. I mean, that was good. Smooth, Sebastian. Smooth. Well, I'm waiting. Thank you, Maya. I'm waiting for Mark. I mean, it's gonna be like 5, 4, and this Mark is gonna just chat something awful.
He's gonna say it's always my fault when file disappear. Which, I mean, maybe it is. Let's be honest.
It's 50 responsibility.
So I need to get the string thing, and now I need to find the key. I think the keys are here, but they're private, so I'm gonna make it internal because we need them to migrate.
Right? Yeah.
I think you should be able to just move them to application module afterwards when you do the end cleanup. But yeah, internal
Okay, yeah,
sounds good.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
point. But for now, I'm just gonna do share preference.
There's actually it's a nice topic because you have to plan the migration and you need to actually also plan how long you will allow the users to migrate, right? You need to monitor the installation, how many people you have on old versions, and then you need to schedule like a serious deprecation date when you clean up the code. So this is a fascinating topic, even from a maintenance point of view. It's just because you are taking care of users. Please.
If you think about other APIs, so for example, let's say that you're migrating from SQLite to Room, it's the same problem. So when you do that migration, there's also like a lot of tests, keys, stuff to still keep until you've seen that actually you don't have any more users using SQLite, so you can delete that.
Yeah, that's a good point. By the way, it looks like I need to essentially redo the same thing that I was doing in here. So what I'm thinking about, I've already blamed Seb for manually deleting file. I don't think I needed to repeat myself. Thank you, Mark. That's actually less awful than I expected you to be.
Yeah. Well, but now I can't stop thinking about you opening a bug report on the Android Studio. So how to reproduce the bug? Select a file and click delete, and they are gonna reply you very politely, Sebastiano.
You're a moron.
Let's take it offline. That kind of stuff. Like when you are on a meeting and people can't actually tell you live that you are an idiot. Like, let's take it offline. But yeah, sounds good. Sounds
I think,
also fixable, Sebastiano.
This is starting to grow a bit too much for what I like to have in here, but let's move it after we're done. What I was thinking though is that it might make sense to have what was this?
To have some nice functions that
time
do that.
ranges. Yeah, I have an extension function that transforms that, and we can put it here. It's okay for now, and then we can think of a better place. But so this is a list of time range dot to proto time ranges, and it's essentially just this map here, and here is two proto time ranges. Okay, and I need to move this one down here. Okay, yeah, makes that a bit more readable as well, which is good. And we'll need to do the same thing for the other one, but one thing at a time. So let's say this is dot to proto time ranges. Perfect. What is this complaining about? Oh yeah, this can be null. So if there's no schedule in the share preferences, we need to use the default one, which I guess.
Oh, so you'll have to take care of that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's fairly easy at this point. Is default. Oh wait, no. Let's write it a bit nicer. Hey, Shippy ABC, thank you for the follow. So let's be a bit nicer about this, and we do let there you go, and then here we have if that's null, it's it. Okay, and if it's null, then we use the what is DataStore reference storage dot default hour schedule. Yes, it's getting a bit complicated, but what? Default hour schedule. Oh yeah, yep. It's time ranges. Okay, that works. Yeah, we'll need to refactor the code a bit once we're done because it's not super readable. But let's assume we're doing the right thing for now.
So temporary incremental design. Go for it.
And then there is put schedule days, and here again we need to do the same thing again. Oh wait, is it put all? All, yes. Okay, and here we have the schedule active days, and this is the code. Well, that is fairly easy, but the problem is now we need to get that value in the first place.
Isn't it from bundle? It's from.
I need to deserialize it first, so it's essentially the same thing where I do share preferences view dot get string, and this is share preference storage dot keys dot day schedule, and then I transform it with the serializer, but this is the days serializer, and this is serialized to string. No, sorry, it's deserialized. And I don't need to transform it because this returns the map already, I think. Yes, it returns the map. Yep. Okay, and if it's null, then we use the DataStore preference and storage dot default day schedule, and I then need to transform this by doing map keys. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll definitely need to create a class out of this.
Yeah, so I've been looking a little bit at the DataStore, the share preferences migration implementation, and I think it depends on the names. So only if we kept the same names for primitive values, only then they'll be migrated. And I don't think we kept the same names, right? Between how we save them in preferences and how we call them in proto. So then we'll have to add, we'll have to set those as well.
Well, good thing it's very easy. So it's a share preferences view dot boolean get boolean, and this is the key
onboarding, something with onboarding.
Yeah, I just needed the prefix. Onboarding scene. No, wait, that is the Crashlytics one. Crashlytics enabled, and this one is the onboarding scene, and this is the onboarding one. I think this one's the default. Okay. Should be fine. Why? Okay, this was too long. Fine. Okay. Okay, I think we can close the proto. I think we're done with this. We can
close that for
we'll
now
just
as well.
move it here for now because we don't need it side by side anymore.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay, thanks. Good. And yeah, we'll amend the commit from before, and we'll pretend that the commit where I deleted the file never existed.
It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So
is now building. Everything's okay.
Let's see if it builds, but it should be building, and then we can try and run it and see if it blows up.
Did we set that we're using? Did we?
Yeah.
With that one, we're saying that we're using. Okay.
Yeah, we're using the.
Do you already have, by any chance, the app installed?
Yes.
On the emulator, can we try to set some values so we see that they're kept?
Yes. Well, I can make this true.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're all set. Like these are all on by default, so there's two disabled here. that are
then
not
let's
the
add, wait,
default.
then let's add another. Okay, so those
No,
are
this is not the default. Like
Okay,
the
cool.
default would be all of them selected.
Okay, cool.
Even you're doing the weird resizing thing again.
Yeah, I know.
These are not
I'm Sky. Mm-hmm.
these are not the default values as either. So if we do the migration and we see the same thing, then we are fine.
Cool.
Okay, so shall we try?
I'm afraid, but yes, let's do it.
Here goes nothing.
And it crashed.
No.
It crashed.
Ouch. Well, I mean, the
did
first time, right?
Unable to obtain instant from temporal accessor 000. Why?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
not what I
it didn't.
expected to crash on.
Yeah, it's that Java time. So okay, that's good.
Oh, so it's
Okay.
from probably from the migration
From
that
the
there wasn't
conversion.
anything
Yeah.
that was set, right?
Yeah, but 0000, it's fine. But yeah, it's the migration for sure because it's failing here.
So then this means that that value wasn't set in.
No, but
okay.
0000 is fine. Like it was the first time range was from
Unable
0000
to
to 6 something.
Okay.
So basically, it's
fine.
Why can't you get a instant from? Oh, that's
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Oh, is it?
No.
Yes.
The problem?
There's something really conceptually wrong with this.
Okay.
The epoch milli is a date time. And this is just a time. So it's saying, well, I cannot create an instant in time. Oh God, even what have you done to that stream?
I haven't done anything.
This guy is so wrong. I don't know how you managed to kick off Florina from the stream.
So
I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Actually, I can't see your screen anymore.
I can't see Florina. I mean, this is.
Wait, I can't see Ivan either. Wait,
so
I also can't see your screen though.
What the crap is going on? Oh God.
Skype. It's Skype.
Sorry,
I
folks.
blame it
I
on
don't know
Microsoft.
what's going on. We've lost Flo.
No.
And Ivan is doing the event thing. And now I'm in Florina's place. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is not working too well.
Well, I lost the.
Okay,
can you still hear me?
so
first of all,
I can hear you, Florina.
Okay.
I cannot see you.
Wrong thing.
I can't see you either, but also I can't see Seb's
wrong thing.
screen at all.
Let me try and.
Okay, definitely Microsoft. So, Seb, can you hear me? Can you leave a...
I think something really, really screwy went on here, and I'm not sure what it was. Yeah. Sheepy ABC, hello,
Should we
Microsoft.
rejoin?
Yeah. Flo, we cannot hear you. Well, I cannot hear you.
No, I
case.
can. I can hear you.
I cannot hear Ivan either. So.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Let me see what the crap is going on with Skype. Yeah, it's the right one. Let me change. Try and say something, Ivan.
Ciao. Hello.
Nope.
Can you hear me?
Okay, let me try and change headphones. Maybe the other headphones work now. I don't know. Who am I? I don't know. I'm the man of 1,000 headphones, apparently. But
yeah. Hello.
okay.
Yeah, I
Can you hear
No,
us?
nothing.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
I cannot. Well, I need to change the headphones first in Skype. But
Can
okay, I
you
can
hear
hear you.
me?
I can hear you. I can hear you with at least this.
You
I
can hear both
you.
of us?
Okay.
Yes, I can hear both of you.
Okay. And now I can't see your screen.
Yeah, that's fine. One thing at a time. Can you try and speak again? I want to see if it goes live on the stream. Okay. Mark says we can hear Florina but can't see her. Okay. So
yeah,
let
me
me
neither.
one thing at a time.
Oh.
Yeah, I cannot see Florina on Skype either. So something really went wrong here.
How about now?
No. So
Okay, let me try to leave and rejoin.
yeah. Okay. Ivan, can you see my screen now? Okay, Florina's back. Yay! Technology. It always works.
Yeah, I mean, we have an helicopter on Mars, right?
No.
And we can do it.
Yeah, but the internet, right? So,
well, supposed to
was
be
saying,
resilient to, nuclear war. They built it to keep everybody connected in case of, shit hits the fan. Not buying it. I don't think it's gonna stay up.
Maybe the infrastructure itself will. It's just Skype won't.
Okay,
Skype is like,
enough.
no, you know what? No, not in the terms of service. Nuclear war. Fuck it. I'm out.
Yeah, no, there's just focus on the aliens. Stop trying.
Oh, we lost Ivan.
Oh my. Oh my.
No.
Oh well. Oh well.
Okay, Ivan is back now.
Okay.
Ish. Partially. He's been abducted by aliens.
Yeah, you said aliens and the NSA just cut the stream. He's like, nope. Cannot talk about the aliens today. Okay.
So Epoch, the problem was with Epoch?
Yeah, the problem is that the epoch is moment in time. So an instant as well is a date time. But we only have a local time, which doesn't have a date attached to it. So that's the problem.
So we didn't, the epoch was the
so that's the wrong thing. But I think we can do to second of day. I would probably be, we need to change the other way around as well.
Yeah.
But this
change the
should
name.
probably be okay. The only thing is now this is saying,
wait, why did you delete it? You shouldn't, because what you did, you went from epoch to second of day.
Yeah.
So probably what you want is instant from to second of day.
No, I
Instead
cannot.
of 2
No, the
epoch
problem
millis?
is that I cannot create an instant from local time.
Okay.
So I need to delete this. It's useless. Like what I can do is to use the local time dot to second of day instead, and that should work. Now,
why doesn't it?
Oh, it's because the seconds are an integer and it doesn't like it. Well, I set it to be int 64 and it just wants to be an int 32. That should be fine. I need to regenerate it, but that will work. And I need to change the
Yeah.
Obviously, this is. No, wait. This was the other way around, right? So we're creating time range from the second of day. So let's see what we have that we can use. Local time of second of day. There you go.
It's from
and this
wait, because you have to rebuild it.
No, it's correct. It's that this
that
takes
one
along,
needs...
but the protobuf is wait.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure why the two gets
Wait,
you an
what?
int
And
the from wants a long, but I don't know. But it's fine.
Wow.
We can deal with this.
Okay. And then we need the same thing in the migration, right?
Yeah. Okay, and I'm just checking that we don't have anything else. That's fine. That's fine. Well, in the migration, we're using this. So that should be fine. But let's just double check. Yeah, we have that. So it's okay.
Okay.
The only thing is, no, that's only for the data store, so that's okay. Let's build. And let's see, shall we try and run it? You didn't say yes, but I did it anyway. Oh no!
I took it as a rhetoric question.
Not again.
What did we do?
Can't access key outside migration. What?
Mhm.
I don't know what that means.
Onboarding scene.
But you are inside the migration.
Is it because I need to specify the keys that I want to migrate? Or is
I am not sure.
no.
No.
That's weird. Okay. So what does this mean? Can't
Yeah,
access
sure.
key outside of migration. So clearly this is just a view of the current state of the shared
Exactly.
preferences, and it's checking whether that key is included in the migration. How is it included? I have no clue. Let's check the code. If the key is in the key set, okay.
Oh.
And where is the
If
key set?
we never finish the onboarding, if we never finish the onboarding, we never set the
Did you actually save it in the share preferences?
flag. So when you,
It might not be there.
I think it's not there because we never finished the onboarding. So, you know.
So you're telling
So
me
your
that the default value is useless.
No, so the share preferences doesn't contain that onboarding scene flag.
Yeah, but that's what I would expect this to be for, right?
I think they are checking the.
Yeah, I mean,
they are checking if the key is already there.
That's.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Like illegal argument exception, if key wasn't specified as part of this migration, but was specified where?
In share preferences migration, you can say which keys you want to migrate.
Oh, key to migrate. Yeah,
by
there are
default
keys to migrate.
Yeah, by default is all. But I think now you are trying to access a key that doesn't exist in the set of keys because it doesn't exist in share preferences.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's try to put it there. Like
on the other hand,
wait, because if you don't have it in share preferences, then we can just put setting is onboarding scene to false.
Yes, but there is no easy way to do that, right? Because
why?
Like I think there is a check probably,
but you don't have it in share preferences at all.
Yes, that's fine.
So there's
but
no
I don't know
user
until I
that
read
has
it. Right?
Yeah, but we don't have it in the instance of the app that Sebastiano is running at the moment.
So the thing is,
right?
Is I would have to do something like, well, I'll write it here for now, but I would have to do something like share preferences view dot contains, check if it contains it, and if it contains it, then I do this theoretically.
But
right?
Oh.
Which
wait,
sounds...
so this would happen if someone is trying to migrate from a version of share preferences where that key wasn't there yet? Or?
I don't know. Like, it seems to me like this would probably work. Like, I don't need that, but it would probably work if I explicitly put all the keys to migrate.
No, because the problem is that even if you put explicitly all the keys you want to migrate, that onboarding scene key doesn't exist in share preferences.
Yes, but that's like the documentation says that the default is used if the preference does not exist, which is the case. So it's not that problem. The problem is that
preference, it's not that...
So it's checking the key, and if the key doesn't exist, it should return the default value. What it's doing
but
instead...
it's not... I wonder whether it's whether the preference is set or it doesn't exist. Is there a difference between those?
I don't know, but...
So check key.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? This is saying it's checking that the key is between the ones to migrate.
Yeah.
But the ones to migrate are set here. And as Florina was rightly saying, the default is all of them, because keys to migrate is migrate all keys.
All.
Now, migrate all keys is an empty set. So my
But
question
at some point somebody writes something in it.
My question is, if this is empty, what happens? Because this keys to migrate will then be used here. So if it's empty, then it's shareprefs dot all dot keys. But the problem is that if you do this, you're doing share preferences dot all, and all is the get all thing, and you get the keys. But this doesn't work in our case, because in our case, the key exists in our code, but the preference doesn't exist yet.
Because it was never set.
Because it was never set. So when it does check key, it blows up. And then that means that the default value, it's useless. It's never going to be used because check key is going to fail first. So this is a bug.
Yeah.
It's an edge case. I will say it's
an
edge case because we are
arguable.
I think it's right. I think it is a bug.
Let's think what we are doing here. Basically, we never finished the onboarding. Okay, so we never wrote the onboarding scene flag, but we are trying to do the migration of the shared preferences. So now we are in a weird limbo because we are not an old user, because our old user is supposed to have somehow probably already seen the onboarding, hopefully. But we are not a new user that is just going straight to the data store. So we are in between.
But I wonder whether, wouldn't this happen if, let's say, I'm using version 1 that didn't have onboarding, then onboarding was added in version 2, but I didn't install that version yet. And then in version 3, you're releasing DataStore. What will happen then? Because the app, I think, will try to go directly to DataStore, and it will look for a preference that doesn't exist.
Yeah, and
the same thing is gonna happen.
It would also do exactly the same if you start an application from afresh, because it's gonna try to read these things, and it's gonna be like, well, this shit doesn't exist. Screw you. And check key is gonna fail regardless. Like, you're trying to read preferences that haven't been created yet.
I think it's from start. I think they might have other cases.
Okay, it says if preferences doesn't exist, it's not gonna run this, right? But let's say you start the application and you're at the first page of the onboarding. There's one value set that is the Crashlytics one. Okay, everything else is unset. Because it's never we never got to that page yet. We haven't set any value. So what that means is that the application is going to crash, because check key is going to fail for every key, any of them.
Okay, so how about I create a bug for this, and then I will link to this YouTube video that describes in detail the cases.
Perfect.
But for now,
this is the easy way to do it right now.
No. How about if instead of putting keys to migrate, you remove that and you just set onboarding scene as false, and that's it?
But what if someone, in this case it's fine because we haven't really released the app yet. But if I were in a production app, I couldn't do it, because otherwise people would see the onboarding again, right? So I think the only safe way to do it is to manually enumerate all the keys that we want to migrate.
Yeah.
But then
onboarding would be one of them as well, right?
Yes. But
then still onboarding wouldn't be there.
Yeah, so but that would be fine because check key would not fail.
Yeah.
The problem is that
the default.
The set is empty and the onboarding key isn't there. And when you run it, it's checking, is it there? Well, the set is empty. Let me check. Let me get all the existing preferences. And the onboarding flag is not there yet. So it's going to fail.
Yeah.
Cool. Then let's
we have a handful, so it's not too bad. It's okay. It's just...
No, but actually, this is actually a legit scenario. The more we talk about it, the more it
There are
gets
multiple cases, yeah, where this can happen.
yeah, it's
We only have
this
4,
is
it's
nice.
fine. Onboarding scene, day schedule, our schedule, and I think, if I'm not entirely mistaken, it should work now. Yay!
Nice.
Okay, go
nice.
next. Go next. Let's see if everything else is
Okay,
kept.
so this was migrated.
Yeah.
This was good.
Well, this is just a preference check. This was migrated.
Yay, nice.
And this was migrated.
That was good.
Yes.
Was good.
Golf clap.
And we
I
found a
love
bug. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, this happens every episode. So
Yeah.
Florina.
Wait,
in
especially
every
if you're
episode-
special. Okay.
Well,
No. I love the fact that happens, and it's not just me and Seb. It's more like shared. I don't know, fall. I would say, but
Yeah.
this is great. But this is the beauty of working with this stuff, because well, this is a real app, right? I mean, you're trying to build a real app, and this kind of stuff happened. And I love the fact that we are actually discussing workarounds like we will do on a daily job. Plus, you're filing the bug, so that's also that's also nice. Oh,
okay.
I love it. Boom.
Okay.
So basically, now that we ran the migration, we are setting the Boolean. So next time it's not gonna run the migration again, right?
Yeah. So I put the log
it's
here.
because we have the.
It will run just this and be like, yeah, I'm done. Right?
Okay,
yeah, that's what I expect.
Yeah. So let's try that. And I expect I won't see a... Yeah, okay, not there. Good.
I was scared there when I saw the crash. I was like, wait, what? Something else?
No, you haven't seen anything. It's gone.
Ciao.
Cool.
Okay. I think now we can go...
Do some cleanup?
Yeah, and remove this.
Wait, let's move the keys. Wait, maybe we can move the migration first somewhere else, and then in the same place.
Extract the migration.
Can I? No.
So is it basically, this is a function, right? I mean, you can actually literally, oh no, this is a file. Okay, nice.
Yeah. So this is actually an instance of shared preferences migration. What I can do is I can do internal shared refs migration. For now, I'm just gonna name it whatever. This is an object. And I can probably just move this down there.
But you don't have the context.
Right, yeah. Okay,
you're missing the context as a parameter, sorry.
You're right. And I need...
Something went terribly wrong.
Yeah, the problem is this is one type argument expected. Okay, let me do one thing at a time. This is the last.
Oh, because you're not defining a class, you're defining a new instance of. Shouldn't that be?
No, it should be like this. That's fine. This is just return. I think return at. Oh no, I need to put the name of the
Wait.
Can you just extract it from where it was, like control whatever?
No.
Extract.
Well, I can extract the variable, but
what you're doing there, you're not creating a class, right? You're creating an instance of shared preference migration. That's what we are doing in the.
I mean,
the method above, but... exactly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just bending the language for personal
whatever
pleasure.
Works.
Does it work?
Yeah, it should work.
Okay, let's reformat it.
Yeah, I was wondering where was stuff, and here we do.
Share preference
Share migration.
of context.
Context. Okay.
Okay. How about if we move this share preferences migration into its own different file, so we can put the keys there as well?
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna put it into preferences because that's where I want to move the preferences stuff into.
But yeah.
And then.
But do you have preferences now?
Well, there's only the schedule stuff for now, but the idea is that the things in storage that aren't, database related, because there's both room and data store stuff and share preferences stuff here. So I want to move that.
Yeah, okay.
I want to move this file as well.
Yeah, so storage should just be database rather than storage?
Yeah. But I'll rename it later. Because mixing the two really makes me...
So
Crunch.
I just want to notify. Well, let's say that we have a few people in the chat, and definitely somebody noticed that we have Roberto database, and we also, and if you navigate the code base enough, you will also find something like a mark variable.
Yeah.
So this mostly happens because the more you follow the stream, the more you are gonna earn Italian points, basically.
Which are the emoji thing down there.
Yeah, that you can spend them on Twitch, basically, when you watch the stream, and you actually, with those Italian points, you can redeem things. And one of the things that you can redeem is that actually forcing us to name a variable as you want. So you literally can force us to name a variable whatever you want. It doesn't help readability, but it definitely helps morale, because
It's funny as hell.
Every time I see Roberto database or the mark variable in the layout, I'm like, what the fuck is with this variable? Why is... Oh yeah, and then you remember that actually Mark Ellison, it just forced us to rename it. So yeah, this is
All right. Yes, you also.
Yeah, he also forced us to not swear for 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I can't remember. It was very hard.
Okay, it seems to work. So we're happy.
Cool. Did you move the keys? No.
Not yet.
Let's move the keys.
Not yet. So I've separated the interface from the implementation, so it's going to be easier to delete it later. And I will actually... So Ivan is happy.
Yeah. Don't.
Just
don't, please.
And I can move these ones.
I think you'll have to copy them, maybe.
Yeah, I'll probably just move it to an upper level.
Well, now they should be deprecated-ish, right? So they can just live in... Could they just live in share preferences migration? Because nobody else should use them once we finish this. Because once we finish this, we should be able to delete that share preferences storage file completely, and the tests that go with it.
You are right. So I'm going to move to another class.
Yeah, and move the architecture share preferences migration.
Oh, but it's not a class. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut them and YOLO this. Like this, and I don't need this anymore. Done.
Not bad.
Okay, and that's fine because it's in the same package, so that's okay. That's okay. Okay, I think we can make this private once we have deleted this. Now, who is still using this? Only Hilt. Only Hilt.
If we clean it, should it be...
If I rebuild, it should be fine. You should say, nope, not used anymore. And I think this should leave us time to move everything to flows, probably. It's still
So
there.
Are you using them in tests somewhere? No.
It's literally never used. Like, now it's no usages.
Okay.
Hello,
Okay.
Android Studio. Hello. Yeah, whatever.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I'm not home.
Okay,
Nobody's home.
and it's gone. Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's
it's a
rebuild it.
gone. It's a gone.
Wait, why is
What's going on?
Property delegate must have a get value method.
the what?
Sorry, what?
Like
It's
the
like, this
compose?
is compose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me rebuild.
Like
Maybe
the
that helps.
compose one?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a matter of rebuilding. I hope it is.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
come
this
on.
is the
Okay.
proto that needs to be rebuilt. I
Yeah,
said,
definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking good. Looking
aha!
Yes.
I don't know why
Ciao,
that
Android
depends
Studio.
on some code generation.
Something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Okay.
anyway,
Cool.
Whatever.
looks good.
Okay.
Looks good.
Okay. Can we
As
do
far as it
this
works.
one change to flow? Maybe in, I don't know, in Crashlytics enabled or something like that, because we already have the flow for Crashlytics
Yep.
enabled.
Let me commit this.
Commit.
Reorganize.
That's fine.
I have a question about. So we have a version of shared preferences that is encrypted. Do we have something similar with DataStore?
Well, we don't yet, but actually when I posted that I'm coming here, someone asked me exactly about this, so I will put in the chat the link to the issue. But it is something that is on the roadmap for the team.
Super. Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incremental.
I'm done.
Right? Oh, nice.
I've swapped it. I'm done. Sorry, that was very anticlimactic, but.
Wait, what? What did you do?
We're using the flow.
Yeah. Okay.
It's done.
I just distracted Florina.
That was too easy.
I just distracted Florina.
Do a diff. Can I show me what was the difference in the file?
Oh, nothing. It was like we had a mutable state flow that we were manually emitting stuff into. So I just changed that to use the flow.
Oh, perfect.
Done. That was easy. So maybe we can start, like we can say this one shouldn't be used anymore.
That one can delete it.
We can remove it. Okay, so I can delete it. And then I can delete it from here. And maybe we can do the same thing for this one, right?
Seen? Yeah.
So it's gonna be, well.
No, just return a flow. But let's see where it's used first.
Yeah, well. Let's also do this. And this is a flow of Boolean. Refactor, update. Thank you very much. And now this is going to be broken, of course. But
no, there's just remove the first. Yeah,
it's just map, right?
No, it's yeah. That's true. It should be just a map. It dots, yeah, and then change the type.
Yep, and this is a flow of Boolean, and it's not suspend anymore. Okay, done. I love how easy this is.
How did you do the type? You just selected the Boolean word and it became a type.
Oh, I selected it and I pressed the open angular parentheses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you just select some text and do this, and it surrounds it. And the same goes for normal parentheses, square brackets, curly braces, which will break everything, and also
quotes. Quotes. I do it with strings all the time.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Thank you, Mark. I was actually looking for the link. I'm gonna add it to the episode notes. Thanks.
Okay, so Is this
But
gonna
what are you
be?
using?
Are we switching from Chris Baines driven development to Mark Allison driven development now?
Yeah, because it's most, because it's not UI. This
All
is not
right.
UI related, so it's just
Although I would expect Mark to be represented in the UI category as well.
as well. Yeah, I mean, every time it comes, there is like a spike in amount of animation in our code
Yeah.
base. So
Okay, so this is the one
Oh,
usage we
Nice
have, and this is
I think that's the part where you actually want it to be a one-shot operation, right?
yes.
So maybe this one should have stayed as a Boolean rather than
I mean, I can just
or
do
you can do
first.
that.
Yeah.
That would work.
I don't know. So what I don't like is the fact that you have this kind of logic in the activity. Well, first of all, for me, this kind of logic should be preferably in a view model.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
That should
know.
okay. So why would you put it in the like we don't have a view model for the activity because the activity essentially doesn't do anything. There's view
So
models
this is just a trampoline.
Yeah, it's just a trampoline
Yeah.
for compose. Like this is the main activity. This is the only activity we have, and all the UI lives here.
Wait. Show me. What's the navigation route? Where do you use start destination? Sorry, go back.
Start destination is used here.
Okay, but
Yeah, basically.
So
I
for what I
see.
have read, well, for what I've seen Ian saying, this isn't entirely correct. You shouldn't be probably doing this, but I'm not also entirely sure that what he proposed makes sense for us because this is like it's a one-off. What he was saying was that you shouldn't have logic on the start destination. You should instead just navigate directly to something immediately, which is cool. It's fine, but there might be problems with something flickering for one frame on the screen if the timing of the loading is not perfect. So that's why I'm like not sure.
What I don't like about this is the fact that you're using preference storage directly in the activity. It's the same as you would use you would do a database call in the activity.
Yeah.
It just feels like two layers that should be far apart that are,
Yeah.
connected.
I mean, this is not very production ready at all, let's say.
No, but
it's
I mean,
good enough for making it work while we're
but then
developing.
I would still keep the first inside the preference storage and just know that is onboarding scene should be a one-shot operation because you're only using it as a one-shot operation.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
So then
I was also wondering if this block of code that we have in the main activity, if it could be improved or some refactored in a better way if we had a splash screen, like because this is basically deciding what to load
Where
as
to go.
first screen.
Are you saying we should have Vadim doing that?
I'm just saying that if only we knew somebody that is familiar with the splash screen.
I think doesn't splash screen just gives you the time to execute something?
Yeah.
So I don't. Yes, you could make those kind of decisions here, probably.
It's this use case for an effect. Well, I mean, I'm not familiar with the effect API.
So
wait,
what I was thinking,
I mean, it's definitely reading something. So
what I was thinking is probably to fix this, it will take quite some time, like to rewrite this. So something that we can do now and finish this, like we have 10 minutes around.
Yes, please.
Maybe we can do the other ones, like change these two to flows, because these ones are used as flows anyway.
Cool.
Because if we see where this is used, Wait, no.
No, that's the implementation.
Yeah. You see, we have two flows.
Then let's just do that
Yeah,
now.
and that seems to make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Plus,
super.
I saw in the implementation something like default not used. I don't, if I not mistaken.
I don't know. I wasn't looking.
Something. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say this is what we want, and we need to change this so it's not suspend anymore. And this is a flow. Okay, and yeah, essentially we do
Map.
this. So
And you need a map.
yeah, we return datastore.data. Map it dot days schedule
schedule days map,
schedule days map, and then all of this we
without
do
the return.
we do map again. Where
no, you have the map.
No, it's just put this one in there.
Okay.
And yeah, that's fine. Done.
Okay.
What doesn't it like with it?
Oh, it's just that I'm overloading it, so I need to rename it here.
Ah,
yeah. It's just shadowed or
row
whatever.
map.
Map.
That was the name that we were using before.
Yeah.
And that should work. Okay. So this is fairly easy, and I think we have to do exactly the same thing here, where we do return data. Hey Pemba, welcome. Data.map, and we do it.day, no, hours. So that's schedule time ranges.
No, what?
Time ranges list. There you go. Yeah, which is this one. And we do
oh, you can delete it because you have a map. You already have the map below. Doesn't that work?
Maybe. Yeah, it might.
Yeah.
I think you can just delete the 2 lines. Yeah. Or?
Close enough.
You can't do directly return.
No,
you have to return
no, I need to map the map. Like I need to this, and then yeah, this is gonna complain, but it's fine. And then I map again to this.
It's a lot of mapping.
Yes, it's a lot of mapping.
Yeah, we definitely need some names here.
Yep. So this is row ranges. And this is still complaining about something. Oh, it's because
you have to return a flow.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I need to return flow? I want to keep flow. Okay. Yeah. So it's just the fact that for each element that is emitted by the flow, we need to map the values. It's essentially the same thing we were doing earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, so posture check.
Florina. Yeah, Florina,
yes,
this is something that the thing that I was talking about. So you can redeem things and you make us do things like a posture check because we tend to crunch on the keyboard. So for 100 Italian points, you can actually,
this will
snap
never
us
make me stop laughing.
No, that's beautiful. I mean, and you just have a posture check. Thank you, Pemba.
Thank you. I needed it as well.
So I mean, now we have a flow, so we can just connect.
Just replace this
and delete
and drop some stuff. And
then
we can definitely drop
but
this.
Can we?
And yeah, we'll need to change how things are done for sure. Well, actually, do we? So this one, this is suspend, right? Yes. So it needs to be in a coroutine. That's fine. What we need to do is we need to get the now it's not a state flow anymore. So what we need to do is we need to get the current value, which is
it like first? How do we do it? First, last?
It would be first.
first.
And obviously,
But you can move it inside
yeah,
the launch,
I
right?
need to move it inside of here.
Yeah, because that's a
What is this
suspend thingy,
complaining
right?
about? No set method providing.
I think it's
all right. It's time ranges.
Yeah.
Is it? No. Wait.
Still
How was it before?
No.
Oh, to mutable
Sure.
map. Okay.
Ah, there is a map.
Okay.
Wait, but is it the right one? No, they scheduled first. Did I put the wrong one? I put the wrong one, didn't I? Yep. Oh no, I've done a wrong.
Here you go.
The mutable map. Okay, this is gonna work. And I need to put this one here, and this is first. Okay. I think this is correct. The first element emitted by the flow. I'm not sure. Should this be last?
So we have somebody in the chat that just redeemed a name a variable. So one of the flows has to be named after Florina.
Flow. Which flow do you want to be named after you?
Oh, the crash reporting.
Crash reporting.
Because it also contains the name flow. Can you put it? Oh wait, because Mark has to. Yeah. What you could do is crash reporting enables Florina. If you want a.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And now
I will also add it to the dictionary.
Yeah, this is an official word in bundle now.
Oh, I love it. This is so nice. Thank you to
Mark?
the people like messing with us in the chat. We love you.
Yeah, the only thing here, I'm not sure the first is the right thing. It might be last, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, it should be the first.
It depends on the type.
The first one that
flow.
comes in.
But yeah, probably
the first one that comes
correct.
in after you subscribed, right? So if you subscribe right now, it should be. I actually don't know.
Yeah,
right?
it's probably correct.
To be honest.
Because it's the first one that is emitted after you start collecting, and you start collecting now, so that should be fine.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Also, I'm not sure there's a last.
I mean,
there is a last, but
there is a last.
Yeah, but
But it's a terminal operation.
Well, I mean, the other one is as well.
No.
The other one is as well. It all depends. It all depends on the type of flow, because if it's a flow that replays the values, like a behavior subject would in Rx, then there is a difference between first and last. If it's a state flow under the hood, or behaves like a state flow, which has a replay of 1, it's always going to be the last value anyway. The first or the last is the same thing.
Yeah, first and last is going to be the same.
But let's try with first. It should be fine. I think it's correct, but we'll figure it out. Because we are not subscribing. Well, we're not collecting for more than one item.
It could be,
so that should.
It could be also possible to try take one, if we are not sure, because take one is just definitely gonna take the next one emitted. Right. But I don't know if it's. I don't want to say it's better than first or
yeah, but the thing is that this is not a term. We need to collect, right? So it needs to be a terminal operation, either first or last.
Let's go.
So let's keep first. It should be all right. If we have problems, we know that this is where we fucked up. For the of the future, if things don't work, check here. This might be the problem.
Yeah.
Hello.
We're also gonna add it to the notes. Let's see.
Okay, and I think that we are probably okay, but there's stuff, because I've changed those to flows and I'm not sure. Oh no, right, this was the only place. I think the only thing we need to do is that now these aren't state flows anymore, so they don't have an initial value, and we need to set an initial value. And I think an empty map is fine for a first initial value. And here we have time range schedule, like
the default. You had the default, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if this is fine. Do we have what is the default? Oh, it's just yep. My fake constructor. Huh. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we create one that is empty, and well, has the defaults, and then if it's not fine, then well, if a new value is read, then it updates, and it should be fine. Let's go and run it. If it screws up, then we will probably notice it immediately. I say probably, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay, it's not changing the value to the previous one. It's actually doing the change of value, so it's fine. And yeah, if I go back, if I kill the app and restart it, it should still have the 3. Yep, here. Okay, it's working.
Yay.
Nice.
Good.
You sound so surprised.
Nice.
I don't know why you're so surprised. It just took us 2 sessions to do this.
Well,
but we prevailed.
It's never happened.
We prevailed.
But this is good. And we are actually on time. This is great. I mean, it's unbelievable, honestly.
The commit message is going to be flow with flow.
Yeah, please.
Yes, of course.
No, do it going with the flow. And then put W in brackets. Yeah, how about that?
Fine.
Perfect.
Okay, I like yours more. Okay, well, perfect time.
I think that was it. Create a pull request, and then I'll take another look at it.
Sure.
As well.
Yeah,
but
I'll check the static analysis stuff once we get offline, and then I'll push the branch, and yeah, I'll create a pull request.
We have a question that actually it's actually
I don't know.
A very good question. What do we do in the next video? Well, yeah, we.
I think the onboarding is pretty much done. Well, I mean, it needs to have a better design, but apart from that, it works.
Well, you said Pietro could be, because I see Pietro on the chat, so I can just call him out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pietro could help you implement large screens.
Yeah,
Ciao,
maybe
Pietro.
Maybe we can make this the onboarding screen look better with like in general, also in landscape. It's gonna suck. Yeah, it sucks. Where is the text?
Where is the text?
Yeah, that looks like something that needs to be improved upon. So I mean,
that's nice.
Yeah, I was like, well, but this thing should scroll. Well, it's scrolling, right? It's not scrolling the way you expect it.
I mean, it is. It's just a smaller window into this, I guess. But ciao, Mark. Enjoy your beer. I might have some wine later instead.
Ivan, you said that you had some questions.
Yeah, one was the encryption one, and actually I had it noted down. No, the encryption one was the last one that I had, because a couple of them were like we just went through them the last stream, and most of the time is basically the one-shot thing that I have, because I usually don't use the shared preferences in a reactive way. So I find myself with just suspend function that reads. But yeah, now we already have it. So it's just a flow, and I get the first element. So no other question from me or from the nodes of so
What's happening there?
I'm just checking the static analysis.
Yeah. What's it telling you?
It's complaining that it's too generic exception caught here because it's just exception. But in this case, it's okay. What have I done?
Well, but what?
Okay, let me undo my.
What are we actually returning in this case?
It's
Is
just-
it like throwing?
It's the default essentially.
No, I mean, yeah, but I actually was wrong. I mean, what are we throwing? What the update data is throwing? Usually, I mean, do we have it in the documentation? I'm curious, just because
this
if
mean.
we can narrow down.
Oh, IO exception.
But yeah.
IO exception. So update data will throw an IO exception if it's something with writing on disk, and exception if it's.
But I don't expect
by the
this
transform
would
function.
throw, so we can probably change those to IO exception. If is that what you meant even?
Yeah, that was the idea. I mean, if we can narrow it down, if we know,
I think IO exception might be better, because if something else is wrong, maybe it's okay to be thrown.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, if it's something that it's not IO exception, I don't think that we can do anything about that. It's just gonna blow.
Yeah, we're also not logging this, so might as well. This and that. Okay.
IO exception.
And IO exception.
There.
And swallowed
Super.
exception.
What else?
Yeah, oh yeah, it wants me to call it ignored. That is fine. Yep. Well, it's probably not technically ignored anymore because we passed it to Timber. It's not going to flag it, but it is in fact ignored, so might as well. Okay, and then unused imports. Unused imports not found. Great. Where is catch? This catch is used. Okay. Unused imports. Bundle preferences. Well, I don't know. Must be drunk. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So let's say that for next time.
Somehow it doesn't. Sorry. Somehow it doesn't found. It is not finding the bundle preferences. If you scroll higher, the errors. I think it's because of that.
No, this is just some. Well, that's Katie Lane.
Missing new line. What?
No.
Those.
What's that? Unused.
This is a type resolution in the text. I think it must just. This is probably just a bug in the text.
Okay.
And well, the Katie Lane stuff should be easy to fix. Most of it, anyway. It's just formatting, format Kotlin should fix most of them. Well, it hasn't fixed all of them, but I can fix the other ones. Was it? No, it's fine now. Okay, cool. Commit, fix static analysis. I think the text is probably still broken, but I'll check it later. For what concerns the next stream, so I think we can work a bit more on the onboarding, managing things like if Pietro wants to join us, then we can look at supporting tablets and foldables. The Pietro stuff, and if not, we can at least do some work on making the layouts work in landscape. That will require some work from me designing them, but I think that's all right. I mean, it's mostly going to be having like the text on one side and the actual values on the other side, and that's okay. I don't think it's going to be too much pain. He said, famous last wordingly.
Famous last word.
But
we'll
figure it out.
This is gonna sound like a very stupid question because I don't have experience with
never
this.
A stupid
we
question.
Don't have. There are always, there are no stupid questions. Always infinite way to troll you. I understand that. The question is, we don't have a foldable emulator, right?
Yes,
It sounds
we,
way fancier than I don't expect you to actually fold the emulator.
we actually
But
do.
do we have
Yeah.
an emulator that actually mimic the foldable API? Because I think there is a foldable API, right? Or
Yeah,
I mean, Mark was talking about
there's
something
also
like
the
that.
emulator. So
Okay, that's cool.
yeah, that actually works very nice. You can also like
Nice.
simulate opening and closing and stuff like that. It's actually very nice.
Actually,
What is this
Can I
compiler?
ask something
Yeah,
about the formatting?
sure. I don't know what's going on, if that's your question.
yeah.
Yeah, so like why at least like on line 30, why is
I don't know.
that on the other line than left? Similar for like map keys on line
I've run
58.
format like 7 times in a row and it didn't pick it up. So I'm just gonna do it by hand and be like,
Yeah, I think you have to do, yeah.
YOLO.
You just delete.
What are you doing there?
You delete it.
Yeah, I know.
He's pasting it. No?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's extracting things
Yeah, but that one
in a very
exactly.
dangerous way.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's better. And how about the map keys on line 42 now?
I am going to do
why
the same thing.
Why the parentheses?
I don't know. Again, I really don't know.
Yeah, no. But it's not with you. It's just what the hell is happening to the code style. But from a what we can do in the future kind of question, do we ever talk about wearables for this app?
I don't think we have, but
I think it's gonna be, what will be cool is to do all of these things when Compose has more APIs for wearables. How about testing?
We need a Jose
testing
for
Compose.
that, I think. But because it's something like doing some UI testing is definitely on our radar, but I haven't really done it with Compose at all. So it would be nice to have someone that knows about it, and it's something we discussed last month with Mark as well on another stream, where Mark said he had done something and it might help us, but obviously. If you want to annoy Jose until he comes to.
I like to annoy Jose in general.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but
he's more than welcome. But because Mark was saying, that they are so far instrumentation tests, so they tend to be a bit slow-ish. But there was a plan to have Roboelectric support. So they will probably speed up a bit. But there was also the idea that if they are like pure Kotlin functions, we could maybe be able to just run like a JUnit test. I don't know. I mean, we didn't really look into it.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but.
Also, have you checked the accessibility in your app?
Not
with the app, with the scanner. I don't think
that
so.
could be another episode in case you're looking for more suggestions.
Yeah.
And in general, like accessibility in Compose, I think it's an interesting topic.
Yeah. We haven't really looked that much into it. As in, we have put, we have put the mandatory content descriptions, but not too much on top of that. There's kind of a reason for that as well for me, is that I would very much like to have someone design this onboarding a bit better. And once that's done, like once we know what the final design is, then we will also put in accessibility support, because obviously, like, it might just be that it just works, and that would actually be great, but I'm sure there's some stuff that we can improve upon. And once we start like investing the time on this, like there's a lot of rough edges around here right now in the code as well, that are just there because, I mean, it's not the final design, so I don't know. It doesn't matter too much until we get to the point where before shipping to the Play Store. Then yes, absolutely, we should do accessibility.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, I would like to say that the onboarding is kind of finished, except for this. Well, I can't really see it now because the time is not too great. At some point, Mark will come back and we'll make this like flingable, but that day is not today. But yeah, it's not really visible anymore, is it? Yeah, it doesn't happen. I think I fixed the bug with the ripple by just switching to a lazy column. So that might be okay. That's fine. Flo, do you know by any chance if there's a way to animate items in and out with a lazy column?
Not on, no, not directly. I would have to check.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine because I seem to remember it's not possible yet. Maybe someone in the chat knows. I don't know. But because that would be obviously much nicer to transition this to an actual value instead of just having it appear. There are some animations here that I'm very proud about, some small things, but yeah, I think we can wrap it up for today. And for Wednesday, let's say for now that we are going to work on making this onboarding work in landscape, and then until we have Pietro with us, we can make it, and then we will also make it work with foldables, which is going to be cool. Also need to tell Pietro I absolutely need a physical device to test it. Thank you, Pietro.
Yeah, I mean, how can you do it?
Yeah, I mean there is the emulator, but how can I trust the emulator if I have never tried it on a physical device, right?
You can't trust the emulator. I mean, because as usual, our users are going to use real devices. They are not going to run it on the emulator, right?
Yeah. So let's say it's going to be landscape. If we figure out something else that is more urgent, we'll swap to it. But I think that's a good one. And then once we're done with that, maybe on Sunday we can resume work, on the main application itself.
Main screen.
Yeah, we haven't really looked at in a long time at this point. We've done a lot of compose, a lot of nice libraries and stuff, but the core use case has been a bit abandoned. We have gone on a tangent here.
Well, the onboarding is important.
We had fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Flo, thank you so much for helping us with this.
This was so much fun.
I hope you'll come back.
I hope so too.
For any reason is a good reason.
And to rename more flows.
Yes. I mean, you gotta spend those Italian points.
Yes.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah, I've had a blast today as well, and thank you, Ivan, for as always. Like I don't appreciate it publicly enough, but I love the fact that you put all the links in the chat. It's so useful to follow along. Is it?
It's just my way to shut up, so I keep myself busy. Otherwise, I'm the only one talking all the time. So, I try to do things on the side where the guest and the coder, they actually work together. I just shut up and do things. But I thank you. And I think it's important because I tend to forget things. So it's better if I note it down.
Fair enough. And lastly, of course, thanks to everyone that joined us. And they keep joining us. We'll be with you on Wednesday, as I mentioned. And yeah, we look forward to having you with us again. Don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, that you can subscribe to our channel for free. All that money is going to go towards swag that we're going to gift to you and towards paying a designer to redo the onboarding better than I did it. So we're not actually pocketing any of that. And if you're on YouTube, no Tesla for you even, sorry. But I'll leave you do the YouTube part because I still cannot say that with a straight face.
Yes. So I have this is my thing because I'm the bravest of the team. Basically, Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed the video and if you are watching the video on YouTube, please hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, also check the notification icon, bell, ring the bell, as Mark will say, and don't miss any VOD for the channel. Of course, you can also watch the episode in VOD for a couple of weeks if you have the subscription to our channel. If you are a Twitch subscriber, you can watch the VOD also on Twitch, so you don't have to wait for YouTube. But if you wait for YouTube, remember to like, remember to subscribe, because it's important. The raffle will be when we start sending you swag. It will be done for subscribers and followers. So, just subscribe and support the channel. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.